I'm in the Agent Orange registry. So I would say to anybody out there, if you were in Vietnam and you think you were exposed to Agent Orange, you need to go to the Binghamton clinic and become, go through a session, but to get on the Agent Orange registry, because there are so many things that people have from that.
Yep, and there's also a burn pit registry for Iraq and Afghanistan veterans, and other registries as well. And so you can go to the VA, and you can also talk to a veteran service officer who can help you apply for benefits that may be due to you as a result of being exposed to these toxics, environmental toxins.
Yeah, right. One of the things I wanted to just recently, Broome County started mailing out a newsletter.
Yeah, it's great.
And you can basically, I think, call the county clerk's office. It's Broome County Veterans Newsletter. Anybody that's a veteran, I got this in the mail, and I'm assuming maybe everybody did, but on the back of it, it also lists all the phone numbers for the Binghamton Vet Center, Veteran Service in the Broome County office building. So there's a whole bunch of information on this this brochure.
Right. Yeah, so in the Broome County office building, that would be where veterans would go to find out about applying for benefits, so financial benefits that they might be due. Coming to us is learning more about the services that we offer, like counseling and the groups. But in going to the VA on Robinson Street is more registering for medical services. However, really, wherever a veteran can start anywhere, and we'll make sure they get where they need to go. Yeah.
Okay, and I guess one of the other things I just want to mention for anybody that's a veterans, Broome County offers the veterans discount card.
Yes.
You want to have at least 45 minutes of your time to go up and apply for. But you go to the county clerk's office, fill out a form, then you have to go up to the veterans office. I think it's on the 5th floor, and then go down to security and get your picture taken and everything. But it's a card you can carry, and you're eligible for discounts. They give you a list of all the different businesses in our area that do offer a veteran a discount, which is great.
And there's quite a few.
So, we were talking before about the various identification cards. I know I have one through the VA clinic or the veterans with for service-connected disability and stuff. And there's so you can get a card by going through the VA. And if you go to the hospital, you have an ID card and everything. So that's, and I'm quite sure they use those probably through you or not.
Actually, we do not issue identification cards, but if someone is registered with the VA, they will get one, or they can do it Broome County or whatever county they're from. Many have these cards now. Yeah,
I think if you're listening from many of the other counties around us, if you go to your county clerk's office, they can kind of steer you to the right department to get the information, or you can just look in the phone book under the federal phone numbers and find veteran services.
Or they can call us and we can help with that.
Now, your center's open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30?
Actually, we're open 9 to 5:30 every day, with evening and weekend hours by appointment. We're actually open 9 to 6:30 on Mondays, and most Tuesdays and Thursdays we're open till 7:30. But they should call in advance if they're going to come after 5:30, and then we can do weekend appointments as needed, and we can meet even earlier than 9. We have many counselors coming in at 7:30 or 8 when somebody can't make it. The bottom line is, if you are interested in our services, you should call, and then we will make our schedule work for you. We have no limits on when we can see people.
That's a great way to do it. You're saying, okay, we're here for you.
Yes, we are.
And that's, I think very important.
Yeah, we really want to let the community and veterans know that we are here for them. And whatever challenges they're facing are normal and to be expected, and there is help available. and it can really make things a lot easier for them and their families and their friends.
Okay.
And we want to help.
I think one of the things that we should put out there is the fact that if you're a veteran and you are experiencing any type of problems, you shouldn't be afraid to call either the vet center or somebody and say, hey, you know, I'm experienced this or that, and can you help me?
Right.
There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Right.
You know, our government is giving you these services, and
Right.
you should take advantage of them. And I think sometimes people there's a tendency, you know, they're embarrassed to do it, but in the
Sure.
long run, it's very beneficial for them.
Absolutely, and you know, there isn't always a recognition that a soldier's training, which prepares them for war, is precisely the same training that might that they're continuing to sort of use when they're home, but it's not exactly appropriate
Right.
for civilian life. You know, so that level of hypervigilance and awareness is what saved your life, and
Right.
that's a wonderful skill that a soldier has, but might not be best, you know, when trying to be with family.
Yeah.
You know, so we can help a veteran, you know, learn skills to turn that down a little bit, turn that, you know, learn to relax a little bit, feel a little bit more comfortable in civilian settings. Same with driving, you know. That's a common difficulty that Iraq and Afghanistan soldiers and veterans have talked about, you know, because of the sort of combat zone driving
Right.
that they had to do. And so driving here at home can be a challenge.
Yeah.
And roadside bombs, you know, were such a everyday experience, you know, to drive here then poses a lot of anxiety or heightened awareness that, again, can make just a simple activity of driving a challenge and difficult, but it doesn't have to be if, you know, coming to the vet center, we can help. Yeah.
I think I will say this is kind of a, when I first got home, one of my worst experience was the fact that a loud noise in the middle of the night, I'd find myself just rolling off the bed and trying to go under it and banging my head on something constantly.
Yep.
And it took a long time to break that habit. I mean, you got accustomed that that's what you had to do.
Right.
And it's, you know, you come home, it's such an adjustment to go from what you did, especially in a war zone, then to come back and have a normal life, and you need help. I mean, and so it's great that.
Yeah, and you know, you did all that training to get ready, you know, but there isn't as much training to, you know, then readjust, and we can offer that kind of training.
That's not good.
That's okay. It's modern day life.
Is there anything else you could tell us a little bit about the vet center, maybe?
Sure. So we have a number of groups and classes. So a lot of veterans have told me, you know, that they, you know, they want to talk to other veterans. You know, they don't feel a connection with the people around them, and that lack of camaraderie and that sense of alienation and lack of connection, even with family members, is really hard to deal with. So we have a number of groups that veterans can participate in, and so I think that's really great to come and learn about. We have specific stress reduction classes where I teach, that's one of the classes I teach, different breathing exercises and meditation and very gentle yoga to help reset the nervous system and help heal the nervous system so that person still remains highly alert, but at the same time relaxed, rather than alert and anxious. And these classes are available, you know, for any veteran who is eligible for services, and they are also accessible. So whatever kind of injury a person thinks or an injury person has, it will not keep them from participating. We also have different education groups. So we're just finishing up a 12-week PTSD education and symptom management group. We have some walking groups at Ostenango now that it's nice weather. So just sort of encouraging people to, you know, live a little bit more of a healthy
Right.
lifestyle, because really in terms of managing PTSD and really any problem or challenge, taking care of your health is so important and critical to doing
Okay.
that. Yeah.
That's great. Arsland, maybe as we kind of finish up the program, I'd like to have you play one more piece for us, if you could.
What would you suggest? Would you like to?
Could you do either God Bless America or?
Okay, that would be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank both of you for taking the time today to come on. I think it's a great way to talk about what we're doing for veterans and celebrate some music for them. And for everybody out there, especially this coming Monday, please take time in whatever you're doing in your daily life and stop and think about all the men and women that served our country and died fighting for our freedoms.
Yeah.
It's, if you have children, explain to them why we're celebrating this is Memorial Day weekend, why it's important. We really need to honor the men and women who have served our country and died for us. It's something that's very dear to my heart, being a veteran, and I just appreciate knowing that we have someone like you at the Binghamton Vet Center that is there to help the veterans. That's, I wish it was there when I got home.
Me too.
So that would have been, a blessing back then. And Arsland, thank you so much for sharing your musical talent. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So,
I like to interject one thing. When you see veterans out there, just greet them and talk to them. They would appreciate that. You go to the mall or you go to different areas and people walk by them and they look at them like they're just statues. But God bless, we had these veterans out there like ourselves. We were servicemen, and they gave their lives for us. And when you see